All right, we are live. Welcome to Double Screen, episode 8. My fellow screener is here. His name is Langston Kerman. Everyone get up for Langston.
Yeah.
We are here watching the Denver Nuggets play the Los Angeles Clippers. The game has begun. I don't know if you know this, Langston, but this is a concurrent live stream experience. So it's important that my viewers know 10 minutes and 55 seconds in, and
you simply must know.
You must know this. You have to sync up. It's not up to me to sync this stream up for you.
Joe can't do everything for you.
I can't. I'm doing a lot. It's 5-0 Denver. And that's bad for me. Let me just state, I don't normally have a dog in any fight. I try to remain neutral, but tonight I am rooting for the Los Angeles Clippers to beat the Denver Nuggets for seeding purposes. My team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, who I have yet to do an episode with them because I am an absolute lunatic maniac when I watch the Timberwolves, and I'm not ready to share that side of me with the public. A part of that version of me might come out tonight because I need Denver to lose so that the Wolves remain in first place.
Do you feel any complications about rooting for arguably the most unlikable group of men?
Who is that?
I would say the Denver Nuggets.
Interesting.
Not even like villains, because they're not bad.
No,
I don't think anybody is like, oh, they're bad guys.
No.
It's just motherfuckers you don't want to root
You
for.
cannot swear.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
kidding.
Oh no,
I'm
I felt terrible.
No,
oh shit.
Fuck shit. I want everyone to know that this is just a passion project. I don't even think I'm able to monetize quite yet. So make sure to subscribe, watch, comment, so we can hit whatever.
That could change tonight.
That will change tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We need to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if everyone can, so if everyone's watching right now subscribed, and then told everyone they know and love to also subscribe, we will hit that mark.
And so that's not a pyramid scheme.
It's not. But you will get rich if you subscribe. I promise a fortune and a car.
A pink Mercedes could be yours,
yes,
if you simply get other people to subscribe.
It's sort of, we are using the Mary Kay model. We're giving you a pink Cadillac. What's your favorite blaxploitation film?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Coffee Brown meant a lot to me when I was a kid.
That's Pam Grier. Yeah, I watched that. I bought that off of eBay and watched certain parts of it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain
I think it meant the same to us in a certain way.
Yeah, that was a cool movie.
She ended up playing my mother on a television show years later, and it is a very weird thing to be confronted with with old feelings sort of in your face that way.
You know, type in the chat, who did you jack off to?
What you got on PJ Tucker?
Let's see what we got on PJ Tucker. Great question.
He's right there.
PJ okay, so he is a junior, but his name is Anthony Leon Tucker. But PJ stands for Pops Jr.
Fuck.
So Pops Jr. So his name, Pops after his dad. So his name is basically Dad Jr. So that's my fact about PJ Tucker.
That's a good fact.
Yeah. He is also considered to be the biggest sneakerhead in the NBA.
That's
he
true,
often changes his sneakers at halftime.
He's also, I would argue, the only current NBA player who I see wear legitimate Cedric the Entertainer hats. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Like, some of them are wearing like weird hats, but he's wearing legitimate Cedric the Entertainer.
I think I
hats.
mentioned this when Max Greenfield was on the show, but it's worth mentioning again. I was once boarding a plane behind Cedric the Entertainer. Did not have a checked bag or a rolling bag, but what he did have was a little briefcase shaped like a hat. His hat was he kept his hat in a hat shaped briefcase.
So cool.
And I was very impressed, and I think about it a lot because it was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Cutest little hat box.
What wine are we sipping? We are sipping a Malbec that I got. I one of my birthday presents was a wine of the month club, so that was the wine of the month.
Are you a wine guy?
I am a wine guy.
Okay.
I'm not a Malbec guy necessarily, but I thought whatever, it might be fun.
Yeah. I'll taste some. I haven't had any.
Have some. Give it up for Langston trying some Malbec. It is now 20-8, Denver. This is not looking good for me.
No.
But like we said, worst defense in the NBA when Kawhi Leonard is not playing. There's 5 minutes left in the first. Oh, Katie Seagal. Someone jacked off to her. Pam Anderson.
Wait, who's Katie Seagal? Is she Steven Seagal related?
Yeah, she's that way. It's sort of like when he dresses in drag.
Lady Seagal, I believe.
Katie Seagal is isn't she married with children?
Oh,
yeah. Someone said love Langston on Bust Down.
Hey, there we go. One of 6 fans.
Dude, well, I was the other. I love that show so much that I think it's still on Peacock, right? Well, if you have Peacock, check it out. It was when it was on, to me, the funniest show on TV.
That's so nice.
Dude, I showed up to that party. I didn't know anyone except you guys. And then I spent the entire party trying to like muster the courage to talk to Freddie Gibbs, and I blew it. I was like,
you never talked to him?
No, not really.
Freddie's the coolest.
He's my favorite rapper. I don't know if I've talked about it. He's currently it's like him, that Mexican OT. I demanded to see Usher in Vegas when I was opening for Mulaney, and everyone was like, "Why are you pushing this so hard?" And I didn't even know about the strippers. I was just like, "What are you talking about?" Like, It's Usher.
Yeah.
We walk in, and he's fully singing on roller skates. And I was just like, duh, and it was like, it's the best show. I like manifested his Super Bowl halftime show.
Whoa,
I was like, how can you watch this and not give him the halftime show?
You saw him pretty early.
Oh yeah, it was like one of the first 10 shows, I think.
And you knew then.
I mean, it was just like it was an amazing show.
Yeah, it was an amazing.
One thing they didn't implement into the halftime show, which it's because of the the prudish nature of our country, is the Usher show. There's a whole section where he assembles the like Avengers of strippers. Yeah. Where each woman comes out and introduces herself, and she's like the best stripper from Atlanta, the best stripper from Japan, and then they roll out a 3-story like Donkey Kong structure of stripper poles, and they're just like they're doing like
the stripper gauntlet.
Yes, like dropping 30 feet into splits.
It's fucking nuts.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is a good time to bring up our next slide. Slide 5, please. So Charlotte's coach just announced his retirement, and 4 assistant coaches are up for the job, including the man we see here, David Adelman, who's the assistant coach of these Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
And David Adelman used to be an assistant coach on the Timberwolves. So I've seen this man's face for literally over a decade.
You like him? Are you?
He seems very smart, but all I know really is if I were to cast him in a movie, if I were to have someone play him in a movie, can we there he is. Paul Scheer, our good friend of the show, Paul Scheer, would play David Adelman.
I think that's about right.
Yeah. Okay, so then there's me, and who would play me in a movie about me?
Yep.
Christian Siriano.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go NBA related again.
No, this is just who I've always thought looked like me. But I don't think there's anyone in the NBA who...
I thought you were going to do a Jordan Farmar.
Okay, I would take that.
A dark Jew.
Who would you claim? Yeah, he's kind of a Sephardic Jew. Who would you claim if you could play any figure in a movie?
I got Derrick Rose for years.
Okay.
Before Derrick Rose sort of cleaned up.
Right. Sure.
Back when he was
you're sort of like a Derrick Rose who can read. Yeah, you kind of give that vibe.
I got that. Trajan Langdon. I don't know if you remember him, but I
believe he's the GM of the New Orleans Pelicans. Actually.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know he was still in the biz.
Yeah. I was thinking about who I would have you play in a movie, and I don't want this to be offensive.
But it will be.
It might be.
I'm excited.
But I just want you to read the script. I'll read. I'm gonna read the.
I don't want this to be offensive, but I did. I
did come up with the whole script. I am gonna read the italicized lines, but you have you have the meaty role here.
Great.
So just read this as you would, and then we'll see if I'm correct.
As a child, I studied chemical engineering at Pratt Institute. was there for 2 years until I saw that there was an inconsistency with the math there. And so I went out to explore a new way of understanding how the universe works. And I was able to define that grand unified field equation and put it into geometry that I would like to bring here to Uganda to replace the drones, to replace the helicopters, to replace the planes. We already have all the funding necessary. What we need is just a fertile ground in which to build this geometry. This is the geometry of hydrogen.
Yeah. So this is my pitch. I want you to play Terrence Howard in the Terrence Howard biopic.
Can I tell you something? I know that front and back because I'm already writing a bit currently.
Oh my God!
About Terrence Howard and the work
and
that
his
he's
new math.
doing.
Okay,
yeah.
So can we just play this? This you did an incredible job.
Thank
I just
you
want to
so
say,
much.
but no one can touch how funny. He flew to Uganda. This is a meeting
with his
ex-wife to speak to the president
at Pratt
of
Institute.
Uganda.
Was there for 2 years until I saw that there was an inconsistency with the math there.
Yep.
And so I went out to explore a new way of understanding how the universe works, and I was able to define the grand unified field equation they've been looking for.
Here's what I love, and here's what I think makes it so phenomenal, is the unbreaking eye contact.
Unbreaking eye contact, and that's essentially. I tried to add punctuation. Those are two just run-on sentences.
Yeah,
He doesn't. For an actor, doesn't know when to like take a breath.
But he's so confident about it that, like, what are you gonna do? Tell him he's wrong?
Wait, we can tell him that he didn't create Wakanda.
Bro, he's telling you get rid of the airplanes.
Yeah, no, we
don't need those.
We have a new form of flight. We have a special video from our mutual friend Mandal, who he also lives in Atlanta. He's a mystery, but I asked him to make a video for everyone, sort of explaining his personal history of basketball.
Thank you.
All right, man, I want to share my basketball experience. My first time I ever went to a basketball game, I think I was 4 years old. And I actually got a traumatic experience with basketball. I'm from Atlanta. I went to an Atlanta Hawks game, and we was playing the Raptors. And we used to have Harry the Hawk, then we had Skyhawk, which was this dude in a muscle suit who would do athletic stuff. He would do like the high-flying dunks. He would do the flips, all that type of stuff. It's a moment during halftime when they playing the Raptors. Skyhawk get the basketball, and then he dunked on a Raptor. But I'm 4 years old. I thought he was just yamming on Barney. I was so upset. I don't know if I cried or not, but I feel like I did. Where I was like, dang, bro, like, why are the Hawks bullying Barney? What did Barney do to anybody for them to disrespect him? And then I was confused because everybody's like cheering. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, I love him. He loved me. We're a big whole family.
We're almost out of time, so we got to like really focus up.
We gotta write this shit.
Yeah, I try to always create a nickname for a player.
Okay.
So like certain players on teams don't have a nickname. PJ Tucker before.
Yeah.
Apparently he has one called Tuck Wagon.
Tuck Wagon.
So we could improve on that. You know,
I don't think so. I think that's pretty solid.
Actually, I didn't. We were talking about Josh Primo earlier.
Yeah.
I think there's an obvious one.
What's that?
The Flash. See, I don't like Contavious Caldwell Pope is just KCP.
Yeah.
To me, that's not a nickname.
Kentucky Chicken Pope.
Okay, I can't say that, but you can. I would vote for any presidential candidate that promised to get rid of daylight savings.
You hate farmers.
Of course I hate farmers. Okay, so the Clippers won just as we had predicted, and we knew, and that is good for me, and that's good for Double Screen. That's all we got this evening. I want to thank you again, Langston, for coming. Do you have anything to promote for the hundreds of thousands of people who are watching?
Listen to the podcast My Mama Told Me.
My Mama Told Me. I forgot to plug that up
That's
top.
Okay.
Great podcast.
It's about black conspiracy theories, and Joe is unfortunately not able to join us there.
We're gonna be back next week, I think, and then we got to make some big plans for the playoffs. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna step up our game. We're gonna add a fourth camera.